Namaste, I am Pratibhakini. Welcome back to my channel. Have you wondered why your stamina is not increasing as much as it should though you practice dance day in and day out? Have you tried some fad diets only to end up craving for more junk? What is the best diet for a dancer? This video will summarize some of the theories behind dance nutrition with some practical advice to help you formulate your own nutrition plan. So be sure to watch the video till the very end and screenshot the diet plans which you can use later. Also, I am delighted to announce that admissions are open for online Bharatanatyam classes with different batches for different time zones. You will find the details regarding the same on my stories and community posts on YouTube and also on my Instagram profile. Do check it out. It is of no use if you pay all the attention to your dance training and fitness regime without paying heed to something as important as nutrition. Eating high quality food is essential to nourish the body and recover better after your dance practice. If the food you eat does not contain enough nutrients, you will be left with low energy to dance, and over time it may even lead to serious health conditions. So, it becomes important that you are aware and understand the different types of nutrients in food, the effects they have on our body, and how to incorporate them into your diet, which makes your dance journey better and helps to lead a healthy, balanced life. Nutrients are required to promote growth and development and to regulate the processes that take place inside your body. These nutrients can be divided into two groups: macronutrients and micronutrients. Macronutrients are those which our body needs in larger amounts, which give us energy, help us grow and function normally. The body can't produce them on its own, so we rely on our diet for these nutrients. Carbohydrates, protein and fat are the three main macronutrients, and each fulfill different functions. Carbohydrates are the most important source of quick energy because they are easily broken down into glucose, which the muscles and brain use to function. While carbs are found in healthy foods like fruits, vegetables and grains in the form of sugar, starch and fibers, they are also found in unhealthy food like cakes and donuts. So carbs can be divided into simple and complex carbohydrates. The difference between the two is the chemical structure, which affects how quickly the sugar is absorbed by the body. Simple carbs release sugar faster because they are usually processed and refined and don't contain any vitamins, minerals or fibers. Complex carbs are processed more slowly by our system and contain various nutrients. Some examples of complex carbs to include in your diet include fruits, vegetables, whole grains such as brown rice, whole wheat, sweet potatoes, legumes such as lentils and chickpeas. Coming to proteins, they are made up of amino acids and function as hormones, enzymes and antibodies in the immune system. Our body parts such as connective tissues, skin, hair and muscle fibers are made up of proteins. Proteins do not serve as a direct source of energy but work as building blocks in the body. The nutritional value of a protein is measured by the quantity of essential amino acids that it contains, which varies depending on the food source. Sources of protein to include in your diet are legumes, soy milk, nuts, seeds, eggs, fish and meat. Coming to fats, there are two types: saturated and unsaturated fats. Unsaturated fats regulate metabolism, maintain the elasticity of cell membranes, improve blood flow and promote cell growth and regeneration. Fats are also important in delivering fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E and K into the body. Our body doesn't necessarily need saturated fats, but they do provide cholesterol, which plays an important role in hormone production. Our body does produce its own cholesterol, but a small amount introduced through our diet can help build cell membranes, produce hormones like estrogen and testosterone, help your metabolism work, produce vitamin D and bile acids which help digest fat and absorb nutrients. But eating more than what is required may lead to other disorders, be it fats, proteins or carbs. Some sources of fats to include in your diet are dairy, eggs, nuts, chia seeds, olive oil, sunflower seeds, peanuts, walnuts and almonds, to name a few. That's about macronutrients. Coming to micronutrients, the nutrients which our body needs in smaller amounts, which are commonly referred to as vitamins and minerals, are micronutrients. Like macronutrients, our body doesn't produce micronutrients in the quantities that it needs. So eating a diet rich in vitamins and minerals is essential for a healthy body. Vitamins are responsible for energy production, immune function, blood clotting and other important functions, while minerals contribute to optimal growth, bone health, fluid balance and other important functions. Vitamins are organic and can be broken down by elements such as heat, air or acid, which means they can denature when cooked or exposed to air, making it slightly more difficult to ensure you are getting them in your diet. Minerals on the other hand are inorganic and aren't broken down in this way. This means that your body absorbs the minerals in the soil and water your food has come from. Some food sources to include in your diet is as shown in this chart. Each vitamin and mineral has a specific role, and the best way to ensure we are meeting all our bodily needs is by eating a healthy, varied diet. Coming to today's tip, one of the most frequently asked questions on the comments of my videos is, what is the best diet for a dancer? I would say the best diet is a balanced diet which you can sustain for a long period of time. How many of you started some fad diet because some celebrity followed it or some social media influencer said it worked for them, only to end up craving for more junk? Here is a generic meal plan which might be helpful to plan your diet. To keep it simple, just target to fill your plate with 50% vegetables or fruits, 25% proteins and 25% carbs, and make sure you're having nutrient dense meals at least 80% of the time. Like I mentioned earlier, your meal need not be fancy. Just eat home cooked food in moderation, keeping in mind your macro and micronutrient needs. Here are some ideas for nutritious and balanced meals. It is okay to treat yourself once in a while, but anything in excess is bad. If you do not mind putting in some extra effort and want to track your diet closely to gain some extra benefits, then start tracking your calories. I am hoping you want to follow a diet because you either want to lose weight or gain weight or maintain your current weight while you get stronger to be able to dance with ease. The law of thermodynamics says energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can be transferred from one form to another. So we get energy through nutrition. Our body utilizes and breaks down these nutrients for our day-to-day activities. To put it in simple words, all we need to consider is calories in versus calories out. To know how many calories you need to take in, you could use an online calorie calculator which gives you your BMR. I've also explained in detail and given an example in the description box below. Do check it out if it interests you. Now that we know how many calories are needed by us, using an app like MyFitnessPal, HealthifyMe or any calorie tracker, you can keep a log on the quantity of food you are consuming along with the calories. Do it for a couple of weeks and then you will have a fair idea whether you're having too much or too little, and then once you're used to your portion size, you can just stick to it if counting calories is too cumbersome. Now you might say, if it is as simple as calories in versus calories out, can I just eat one chocolate bar worth 400 calories for lunch and still lose weight? The answer is yes. If you stick to calorie deficit, that is, if you eat less calories than what is required, you will definitely be able to lose weight whether you eat healthy or unhealthy. But eventually, it will only result in less energy levels, improper digestion leading to bad gut health, bad skin and hair health, hormonal imbalances, zero sustainability, because how likely are you going to stop after that one small chocolate bar? Because it is not filling. So all your junk food, cakes, pastries, chocolates, fried chips, aerated drinks are high in calories, which mostly come from sugar or dietary fat with almost zero nutritional value. Whereas nutrient dense meals, the ones I talked about in the first section of this video, have balanced macros, that is carbs, proteins and fats, and they also are rich in micros, that is vitamins, minerals and antioxidants. So if your priority is health, then you better reduce the junk in your diet. You need not cut them down completely. Try to create a balance to sustain a healthy lifestyle. With a vast selection of ready-made meals, pre-packed and processed food, attaining and maintaining optimal health through healthy food choices is a daily challenge, and one that should be taken very seriously. With the use of these apps and nutrition-based technology, getting nutrition data about your food is much easier and will ensure an optimal meal plan and a healthier you. It is no rocket science, but if you think you're doing something wrong, then you might want to consult a nutritionist. That's all I had for today. I hope today's video was useful and will help you plan your diet to suit your dance training. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful. I will be telling you what foods to eat before and after your dance practice, my take on supplements to get the best out of your dance training, and so much more in the video which I will be posting next Saturday. So do watch without fail. Give me a thumbs up, click that like button and share it with your friends. Be sure to subscribe to my channel to not miss out on the useful content I post every Saturday at 7 p.m. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.